I'm Darlene Radel, and I live in Naples, Florida. So my parents were high school sweethearts, and to this day, they still love each other so much. They hold hands. My dad gets my mom a cup of coffee first thing every morning and sits it down beside her bed, and he just absolutely treasures her. And so between seeing my parents' marriage and, the romantic videos of what I thought marriage was going to look like, I was so excited to get married. It was more about the wedding dress and the ceremony than it was about the actual covenant relationship. And so I really looked to my husband to fulfill me. My identity was my husband's wife. And when the kids came along, I was mom. So I was mom and I was wife, and Darlene just got smaller and smaller. And to the point where I kind of lost myself. I turned to alcohol instead. It got so bad. Depression really set in. Even though I had this beautiful home, a wonderful job, from the family photos or the Facebook feed, people just thought everything was perfect. Fast forward to Easter of 2018, and the drinking had got really bad, really, really bad. And a friend of mine came into my room on a Monday night. I'd had like 4 bottles of wine. I was passed out drunk, and she said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Leave me alone. Nobody loves me. Let me die. My husband doesn't love me. My children are grown. They don't need me. Leave me alone and let me die." And she looked at me, and she had tough love. And she said, "Well, you can do that. You can lay there and die, or you can pick up your mat and walk." And it was as if that moment the room changed, and there was a light. I don't know how to explain it other than it really felt like Jesus himself came into my bedroom, and I had a defining moment. Something came over me, and I said, "I want to live." I got online and I said, "Well, how can I fix my husband?" That's what I wanted to know. So I Googled, "My marriage is failing, how to fix my husband." And right at the top, one of the first things that came up in the Google feed was Greater Impact Ministries. And it came to one of the Strength and Dignity weekends in the online community. The more I found out that I wasn't alone in this struggle, I think that was the most important part, was that I was not alone. I couldn't connect the scriptures and the truth about God with what I knew up here to God is love and God loves me. But working through with my coach and also doing deeper dive work, we really worked through. And when that breakthrough came, when God is love up here to God loves me, God loves this daughter of his, and he is love and he's loving, when those two connected, it just changed everything. And whether my marriage is reconciled, which would be wonderful, or whether God has a different part of the script, whatever the future looks like, God is love. God does love me. He's faithful, and I have this community of women that are wonderful to have support, to know that I'm not alone.